Ability Center's Feel Good Stretch.
Welcome to your Feel Good Stretch. My name is Megan. Joining me today in her seated position is Mackenzie. We're going to guide you through a full body stretch that's going to make you feel good by the end of it. So go ahead and grab a mat, or if you do not have a mat, that's okay. Grab a blanket just to give yourself some extra comfort, or be on a soft surface, or you can get into your seated position and join along. All right, I'm going to go down to my mat on my back. So we're going to be starting with a knee tuck with our left side. So I'm going to tuck my left knee right in towards my chest, and I'm going to straighten my right side. And I'm going to be up nice and tall even though I'm laying down. I'm going to point my toes towards me, and I'm just going to hold. Mackenzie in her seated position is up nice and tall, tucking her left knee in towards her chest. And for either or, you can grab in front of your knee, or you can grab behind. Whatever works the best for you. We just want to stretch out your glutes and your lower back. So as we're stretching, we want to focus on our breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. Awesome, and gently release. Let's switch over to the right side. So Mackenzie's going to follow along in our seated, switching over to the right side. She's up nice and tall, and again, in your laying position or on your seated position, you can grab from either in front of your knee or behind. Whatever works the best for you. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Awesome. All right, I'm going to bring both of my knees now in towards my chest, grabbing on the outsides of my knees. Mackenzie in her seated position is going to hinge forward through her hips. She can either hug her legs in front of her knees, or she can wrap her arms underneath her hamstrings. Just giving yourself a nice big hug. Keep breathing. Really tightening in those knees. Awesome. I'm gonna keep my knees side by side. I'm now gonna drop both of them towards the right side of the floor. My upper body is staying nice and still. Mackenzie is going to take her right hand and place it on the outside of her left knee, and she's going to take her left hand reaching for the back of her chair and staying up nice and tall as she twists to the side. Get a nice stretch going through your back. Just let your knees drop, and as you're twisting and you're seated, don't twist too far where it feels uncomfortable. So anytime we're stretching, you want to have slight discomfort, but nothing that is painful. Awesome. All right, bring those legs and bodies back into the center, and we're going to switch sides. So now I'm going to drop my knees to the left side of the floor, on them stacked. Okay, so Mackenzie in her seated position has her left hand on her right knee, and she has her right arm on the back of her chair, doing a nice gentle stretch up nice and tall. Ooh, this feels so great on the back, on the glutes. Awesome. All right, bring it back gently into the center. All right, so now we're gonna go into the figure four. I'm gonna take my left ankle and place it on the top of my right knee, opening my hip up. I'm taking both of my hands and grabbing onto my right leg, driving it right towards my chest. Feeling the stretch going through the left side. My toes are pointing. Mackenzie has a couple of positions she can do in her seated. She can take her left ankle on the top of her right knee and gently push on her left knee, or she can cross ankle at ankle. So you can cross her left ankle on top of her right. Whatever works the best for you. Just want to stretch out your hip. And again, slight discomfort, we don't want anything too painful. Good, let's gently release and switch over to the opposite side. And pulling in as far as you'd like to. And again, when you're seated, you have the option to have ankle on knee or ankle at ankle. Slight discomfort, no pain. Awesome. Let's gently release down. Good work. All right, if you are on the mat, let's just come up into a seated position. We're gonna have our left leg extended forward, toes pointing up towards the ceiling, and the bottom of my right foot is just on the inside of my left knee. I'm gonna hinge forward, stretching out my hamstring. Mackenzie's gonna have her left leg extended forward. She can keep her right foot bent, and then she's gonna hinge forward through her hips, but she's gonna put her hands on the top of her right leg, so the leg that is not stretching. And just breathe, feeling that muscle stretching out. Good work. Again, slight discomfort, nothing painful. Awesome, gently release, and let's switch over to the other side. Up nice and tall, and then hinge forward. Wherever your range of motion takes you is how far you're going to reach, or however far you're going to hinge in your seated position. Good, and let's gently release. All right, now in my seated position on the mat, I'm going to place the bottom of my feet together, and I'm just going to open my knees out, opening my hips. So if you have your knees a little bit closer to your elbows, that's okay. And if you have them a little further down, that's okay as well. We just want to open our hips up wherever your hips are going to allow you, okay? Up nice and tall, Mackenzie in her seated can either have the bottoms of her feet together and opening her knees, or she can keep the bottom of her feet on the floor, opening each leg out to the side, bending her knees, and then gently pushing on the insides of her knees, sitting up nice and tall. Whatever works the best for you. If you need to, you can always hinge forward a little bit. You need that extra little stretch. I don't know about you, but this feels fantastic in my hips. So if you find that you're really tight in that area, these are really good stretches to help stretch out your hips. Awesome, and let's gently release. All right, we're gonna cross our legs, or if you'd like to have your legs extended forward, whatever is the most comfortable for you. We're gonna go into overhead or in front of your face reach. So I'm gonna take my left hand, reach up towards the ceiling and over to my right side. My right hand is supporting me on the floor. Feeling this going through my ribcage. Mackenzie's gonna follow along, reaching her left arm up towards the ceiling and then over to the right side. And she can support herself on her chair with her right hand. Or like I said, you can have your arm in front of your face if that feels more comfortable for you. So wherever your range of motion allows you to stretch. Really reaching over to that right side. Awesome, let's gently release all the way over. So now we have our right arm reaching over to the left. Left arm is supporting us either on the mat or the chair, and our arm feeling on front of our face or above head. Good, and gently release. All right, on your mat position, we're gonna get into cat-cow. So on all fours, my wrists underneath my shoulders, knees underneath my hips. I'm going to have my head pointing forward, dropping my hips down, arching my back down towards the mat, and then I'm going to arch my back up towards the ceiling. My head is pointing down towards my knees, and then I'm just going to repeat cat and cow. Mackenzie's going to have her hands on the tops of her thighs. She's going to round her back forward for cat, hands at her knees, and then she's going to pull her hands back towards her hips, opening her chest up for cow. And we're both just going to repeat. Just keep in mind when you are in your seated position, your feet are planted on the floor. You're up nice and tall, thumb is near the edge of your seat, and just alternating between cat and cow. So let's do one more of each, one more cow, one more. Excellent, all right. Come back to neutral. We're gonna walk our hands back towards our knees and come up onto our knees. I'm going to step my left foot forward. I'm still keeping a bend in my knee, but now with my right side, I'm gonna push my hips forward, feeling a stretch going right through my hip flexor, up nice and tall. Make sure your hands go on your non-stretching leg, okay? Mackenzie's gonna take her right foot underneath her chair. Her knee is going to drive down towards the floor and she's gonna gently lean back. So you can put that foot as far back as you feel comfortable. Have your knee driving down towards the floor and leaning back. If you want to in your seated position, you can also put your hands on your chair for extra stability if you would like to. The choice is yours. Okay, let's gently release and switch over to the other side. Again, up nice and tall. Push your hips forward. Now we're stretching out the left side. Mackenzie's now switched positions. Don't forget to breathe. Almost there. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel great after this nice stretch. Good, and gently release. Let's get back up into a standing position. Rolling up. Let's take 2 breaths. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, hands back down one more time. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, back down. Thank you so much for joining Mackenzie and I for your Feel Good stretch. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Ability Center's Feel Good Stretch.